The MP9 is an extremely interesting SMG in Escape from Tarkov. It's actually classified as a machine pistol, likely due to the fact that it's super compact and fires pistol cartridges. I'm broadening my horizons with which guns I'm taking into raids currently, as I've always given too much time to my favourite go-to weapons, like the AK-74M and DTMDR, and I've been absolutely loving SMGs recently. Let's talk about why the MP9N might be my favourite gun in Escape from Tarkov right now. I'm Gaz, welcome to the channel. If you enjoy this video, a like rating would be much appreciated and helps me greatly. Subscribe and never miss another video from me, and let me know in the comments what is your experience of the MP9 up to now, and would you consider taking it into a raid after watching this video. So it's important to note that there are two different variants of the MP9. You've got the standard MP9 and the newer MP9N. There aren't a whole lot of differences between these two guns, but the biggest factor that makes me lean towards the MP9N is the rate of fire. The N variant has a fire rate of 1100 rounds per minute, which is tied with the 45 ACP Vector for the fastest RPM in the game. The standard MP9 on the other hand fires off at 900 rounds per minute, which is pretty bang average for SMGs. This makes all the difference to me, as when I'm using this gun, I'm indoors, very close quarters, and need a lot of lead delivered as quickly as possible. The other stats are either the same or immaterial for the type of gunfight you'll be engaging in with this gun. Alright, we've established that the MP9N is my preferred version. Let's take a quick look at the stats and go over why I'm falling in love with this weapon. Each of these stats are going to be dependent on any additional attachments you put on the weapon, and is also slightly skewed as it comes stock with a foregrip rather than being completely naked. So the MP9N is light, weighing in at around 1.4 kilograms. It's got 88 ergo, so is very portable and snappy. An accuracy rating of 7.22 MOA sounds awful, but you're asking for trouble using this gun at anything further than 20 meters. It has a sighting range of 200, which is pretty immaterial, 55 and 250 vertical and horizontal recoil respectively, which is nothing special, but recoil is rarely a problem at super close range. A muzzle velocity of 394 meters per second is the speed that the bullet will find its target, and this value is great for this kind of weapon. As mentioned before, it has an ultra fast fire rate of 1100 rounds per minute, and it has an effective distance of 200 meters, but you're not even going to be touching this kind of range. When it comes to mods, you're somewhat limited, but this weapon isn't supposed to rival guns like the MP7 or MPX. Instead, you should be using this gun to train yourself to fight more effectively in close quarters. There's a mount for a laser or flashlight, as well as room for a compact red dot sight on top. Let's talk about my experience with the MP9 itself. I've been running this gun for a little while now, and it's quickly becoming one of my favourite SMGs in Escape from Tarkov. The high ergonomics and mobility of this weapon is perfect, not only for Factory, the smallest map in the game, but also tight spaces on some of the bigger maps. For instance, I've had success using this gun in dorms, on customs, with so many small rooms in already tight corridors. Your main advantage is being able to turn the corner with your gun up and catching enemies off guard with a massive hail of bullets before they can even pull the trigger. It's a perfect oh shit weapon when you're heads up with another player, and regardless of your skill, you'll often be able to get off enough rounds in their direction that at least one will hit them in the face, leading to a nice quick kill. On top of this, the fact you'll have 30 rounds that can be fired off in less than a second lends itself to not needing absolute top tier ammo. Yes, you can run AP 6.3 out of this gun, but as with all other high rate of fire SMGs, I find that standard PST GZH has worked wonderfully for me so far. All of that, and the fact this gun is so rarely looted due to its ridiculously cheap nature, means you'll get the gun back in insurance almost every time you die. Finally, we'll take a look at how much it will set you back to build this gun with a few mags and some ammo. You'll be able to scoop the MP9N up from the flea market for around 21k. For the build I recommend, you'll also want the Burris Fastfire base and reflex sight. The base costs $15 from Peacekeeper, or 1,820 rubles from Skier, and the sight costs $156 from Peacekeeper, or 19k from Skier. You can purchase 10, 15, 20 and 30 round mags for this gun. The only ones you should be interested in here are the 30 rounders, costing $39 from Peacekeeper or roughly 30k from the flea market. Buy these from the vendor where possible, as these are pretty expensive on the market. Last up, the question of ammo. You're using 9x19 here, so you have a choice of a few different rounds. Personally, with the amount of fire you're putting on targets at 10 meters away, I found PSTGZH to be more than adequate. You can pick up 120 rounds of this for 8,160 rubles from Prapor, which is a cheap enough kit that I would recommend trying this before moving up to something like AP 6.3 or even 7N31. The sum of this build is around 60k rubles and $120. It's by far one of the cheapest and most effective weapons I've ever used in Escape from Tarkov in the right situations. Let me know in the comments what you think of this build and how much success you've had if you've tried it out. I'm interested to see if you guys see the same sort of potential that I see in this weapon. Like the video if you enjoyed it or it helped you out. Subscribe and never miss another Escape from Tarkov video from me. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.